Hey, are you fluent in Spanish, Spanglish, or sarcasm?
Don't worry, we are.
Join us at Attempting to Be Almost Mature on
The AM Chat with Abby and Mel.
So let's have fun, let's talk, let's get this going.
Oli. This is Abby.
Hola.
That's Mel. And welcome back to the AM Chat.
What up?
So if y'all listening to our pilot recently, our first episode, I'm hoping that y'all liked it. I'm hoping you come back and be supportive. So today we are going to discuss friendships. Melissa brought up a really good topic and she's going to dive more into that. And we're just going to fill y'all in and see what y'all think.
So we're going to get into friendships, but the breakup and the makeup part, or the breakup and the don't make up part. So really just figuring out if friendships, what friendships are worth going back to and not worth, like rekindling the situation. So, have you ever had just a friend that you've had for many years, perhaps since childhood, maybe since adolescence, or maybe since you were in your 20s, right? That just kind of flourished and that was your go-to person, right? And we have many of them, right, throughout the years, if we're lucky. But just thinking about when we have those situations where we do have to break up with a friend, is it worth it to go back after you've decided you miss that person? Is the relationship toxic? Is it not toxic? Is it something that added value to your life? So have you ever been in a situation where you had a friend falling out that you regretted?
Not that I regretted.
Not that you regretted.
Yeah. No, you and I, we lost touch for a while, but like I've told you before, I guess we've never really had a sit down where we've discussed like, hey, why didn't we talk so long? But as far as that goes for me, I was married still at the time. I was trying to salvage that. It was bad. Like after the last time I talked to you, I was going back and forth with my ex-husband. So I cut off a lot of people because I got in this mindset of, well, my life is going this direction and hers is going that direction, and we're not meshing. Our mindsets are in a different place, so maybe we need to separate. So, that's why I kind of didn't reach out, which, yes, I feel bad about, and I'm glad to have you back in my life because you're super important to me. But there was a couple of friendships, like middle school into high school, that I did have super... I'm sure it was kid shit, like he said, she said, rumors, and then you just cut it off. But nobody ever tried to reach back out, like to rekindle that friendship. So it's like, whatever, they're gone. End of story. That's fine. I mean, it is what it is. But there has been like some old coworkers that I worked with, especially this one. She was very toxic, very negative, constantly just draining. And it's like she put on a facade of like, oh, she's cool, she's my friend. But then when I was with her, it was all just gossiping about everyone. And I'm like, what do you say about me?
Right.
When I'm not around?
Fucking basura. That's what she says about you.
She's like, pendeja. But she was constantly talking shit about everybody. And I was like, dude, like life is not just about gossiping and talking about other people. Like you should support other people, not bring them down or talk bad about them. That's all she was. Negative, negative, negative. Made me act shitty, I'm sure. Because like they say, misery loves company. So I feel like that negative vibe was bringing me down too. And I started acting ugly towards people or around my other coworkers. I'm sure they noticed it too. But I cut her off, and I know she texted a while back like, hey, how are you? And I ghosted her. Like,
you left her on red.
I left her on red. I just acted like I didn't see it.
Yeah, but it's like those people with that energy, just the chismosa type. Like it's too much.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Like you worked with her, so 5 days a week, you're going to hear that shit every day about talking shit about who you're working with, people at home, her baby daddy. Like, you got to listen to all that shit every day. And probably 9 times out of 10, it's the same shit repeated over and over. Because I have worked with someone like that where it's like, God damn, all you do is just, it's negative city every fucking day. And it gets old real quick. Those kind of people I can't fuck with. Like, I can't keep doing that every day. It's draining.
Very draining. And I get like chisme con tus amigas and, you know, just a little gossip here and there. Like, hey, guess who I saw, or guess what I heard, or just guess what
who got a BBL.
Guess who got a BBL. But, you know, little things like that, not just like trashing people. And no, it's like
hardcore.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah, it's heavy, and it's just draining by the end of the day. So yeah, I get those relationships for sure. And I don't think I've ever had a very, very close friend that was like that, because I can't. It's not my type. It's not my type of person for sure. So going back to, you know, you said when you were in your marriage, you rethought of, you know, kind of where your focus was in life. Do you feel like your husband influenced the situation? Or had he ever said, I don't like so-and-so because they're a hoe, or something like that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. He influenced a lot of my decisions and life choices. Like, I couldn't, and it's not like he was saying, you better not talk to him, but he would get mad. Like, well, you did this, that's why I'm mad.
Yeah.
But, you know, the narcissistic type.
It's so not healthy.
No, it's
like,
not.
You fuck with your friends, I'll fuck with mine.
Yeah. And then he decided to cut off his friends. So I felt like because I had friends, he would be pissed off. And it's like, dude, it's not my fault that you decided to cut off your friends. I still have friends, and I should be allowed, or not allowed, but you get what I'm saying? Like, I should still be able to go on freely. A girl's day, or see my friends, or call them, not scrambling to hang up the phone if I know he's at the driveway.
It's the old school man, like, I'm just going to say Mexican mentality. That is the Mexican mentality. You're the woman, you stay home. You're the wife, you do all the shit at home. Now we got to work, right? It's not like our moms that just, you know, got to stay at home and do the shit.
Yeah.
Now you got to work and do all that shit on top of it. And you can't have no friends.
No.
Like the old school, I cannot. It's beyond me. It's not healthy. You end up depressed. He ends up an asshole. And that's how the story goes.
And everybody hates themselves and each other. And then
that's when everybody gets fat. That's when everybody gets fucking fat, because you're depressed and I'm depressed.
And you need a freaking therapist, or antidepressants, or even some Xannies for your anxiety.
Or for fun.
Yeah. But guys, don't do drugs.
Yeah, that's not healthy. You shouldn't have to ask to go out. You know what I mean? Like, it's not where we are right now in 2024. You should not have to be like a fucking child and ask your parent to go out.
Correct. I totally agree.
Those type of relationships are if the partner cannot change, relationship will not evolve. It will just fucking
stagnant.
Yeah. And it causes mental health issues for not only for the other person, but for themselves, for sure. Like, why would you cut off your friends? Like you said, your husband cut off his friends. Why would you do that?
Exactly.
I didn't ask you to do that.
No.
And you should be having your own time with your friends when you want. And I'm not saying you can go every fucking Friday out. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you want to have like a guy's situation every month, go do it, right? Like, your family is obviously priority, but it's not healthy to cut off people because you are married or because you have kids, which full transparency, when I had my 2 youngest kids, I did. It changed me because I had children with disabilities, right? So when I discovered they had autism, I cut everything else off. I said, this is it. At least for the next 5 years, this is all I'm focused on. These 2 kids, because they're developing slower and I can't spend my time elsewhere. And it caused a lot of depression for myself. So friendships for me were not a big priority because I was very focused on making sure my kids were very engaged all the time. We're engaged. We're going somewhere. We're going to the movies. We're going to the zoo. We're going museum. We're doing something all the time because I wanted to spark, the brain. So I think that situation was where I was then, and now looking back on it, I was in a very dark place mentally, and I felt very alone. So although I'm never alone in that house because there's so many people in that goddamn house, it felt very dark and alone. Yeah. So I don't think cutting off friendships in that situation, although you might look at it and say, this is my priority, my kids are everything, that doesn't mean because you have friends that you cut off, that your children are not everything to you. Right. It's just sometimes you do need that time to be yourself. Like one of your friends that you introduced me to, we were at dinner and she said, don't be a watered down version of yourself. Right. And that shit just it hit me in that moment. And yeah, we were probably drinking a little bit, but it did hit me.
I know, that's why I love her. She's very transparent. She's real.
That's exactly what happened though. I was a watered down version of myself. Bitch, I'm wearing green fucking sweatpants with purple socks, fucking Tupac t-shirt, going to buy groceries like that. That's not how I look.
No.
And that's what I was.
You become someone that you're not. Because you're so mentally screwed. I mean, there's no other way of putting it, because you're just so focused like a robot. Yeah. But I don't know if we're still on the topic of the friendship thing, right?
It's what happens due to blocking off your friends.
Right.
I think, at least, because I wasn't myself, and I was only dedicated to what was in front of me. And not that that's a bad thing. It's just it can become something really dark.
It can.
But going back to friendships and breaking up, thinking about the people in your past, there's been definitely someone in my past that I would love to be with as far as friendship goes, right? But I also don't think she gave everything to the relationship that I did. And I'm not saying we were there was one point where we were together every weekend, for sure. But then, things happen, you have kids. I don't think that she gave I don't think she gave her part. It was all me, 75-25, right? So I was giving to the relationship. I was calling her.
It was more one-sided.
One-sided relationship. And then when she needed me, I was not there for her. And it was due to some personal things I couldn't bring myself to be there when she needed me. So I would say I fucked up. And I recognize it, and I would hope that she'll forgive me, but even if she does, is it worth going back to? Probably not, because there were some underlying issues that I never talked to her about because I couldn't. There were situations that happened that maybe she knows about, maybe she doesn't know about, that I never took action on, but that she'd probably blame me for. Okay. So I think that in those type of relationships where you feel like you give more of the work than the other person does, it's probably not worth going back to.
Yeah, I agree.
So, and then there's those other friendships that you have that you don't see them for 6 months and then you see them at dinner and it's all good. Yeah. You're back where you started. It didn't skip a beat. You know what I mean? And I definitely have a friend like that too. And she's amazing and beautiful, and I see her and it warms me up because she's the best. And I don't get to see her that often because she's a busy lady, but because we didn't speak for 6 months doesn't impact the relationship at all.
Right. And that's how I feel with our good friend Blanca. Even if I don't talk to y'all for a few weeks or days or whatever, and when I see y'all, it's we just pick up like nothing ever happened. I mean, I even send y'all random-ass texts in our group thread. I send y'all pictures. It's just random, off the wall, look at what I see. Or
Right, right.
Yeah, I mean, we're just always going to be there.
For sure. Yeah, I think that if it can sustain a certain level of isolation and you come back to it and it's all good, then I think it's fine. Like it's going to keep pushing. Unless if someone fucks someone over, because then you just move on.
Yeah, then we're going to fight.
But I think that it's just something that's been on my mind to go back to that relationship or not. But I look at it from the outside, and it was not worth it to put in the energy when that person didn't care to put in the energy.
Yeah.
No matter how much I felt like she could do more. I felt like she could have done more. She could have called me. She could have texted me. She knew where I lived, but...
Yeah. And she's old enough to know better. Like, she's already set in her ways. So even if you were to reach out, like, hey, I miss you, I love you, this is what's been on my mind or heavy in my heart, I just think she's old enough to know, life and what it's about. She's probably going to be like, okay, and...
Right.
I don't think it'll change anything because that's just how she is.
Mm-hmm. But I also think she's been through a lot of shit. And that could change. It can change you.
Yeah.
When you go through a lot of shit
true.
that, all at once, right? You have to do all these new things all at once and change who you are all at once. And
like you have to hit rock bottom to realize what you have.
Yeah. So, I'd love to know more about what people think about that, about, the toxic relationships, but you love that person so much,
God, I know. That's the worst. Yeah.
So, but that's all I have on that subject. So you have anything else to add on that one?
I pretty much told you, what I thought. I just feel that if it was one-sided from the get-go, I don't think it'll change. But then, like you said, that's a very valid point. She went through some shit. Maybe it did change her. She had a change of heart. Maybe she's come to realize, damn, I wasn't a good friend or a good person or whatnot. Maybe she did change. I don't know. That's kind of hard. Maybe you could just write all this down. I don't know if that's kind of cheesy or old school. Like, just send her a letter. I mean, maybe if you did reach out, just don't get your hopes up that she's going to change or reply or even think that, oh, well, she's going to say something nice,
Right.
Because it's kind of like a relationship with a friend or a significant other, a boyfriend or girlfriend, I just feel if it's one-sided, like even if you do miss them and you want to check up on them, like if they were a shitty person or, and you check on them, they're going to be like, okay, all right, I'm fine. Bye. Like, I just think it's going to be very short.
Yeah. I think she maybe just sees her pain and that I wasn't there during that time.
Yeah.
And that's it. I don't think she would recognize like all the work that was going on. I'm not going to say all the work. We didn't like the me reaching out and her not responding as well. Like, oh yeah, I've been wanting to call you. I've been wanting to call you. Well, then fucking call me. Like, send me a text. Just fucking text me and say hi.
Yeah. Yeah, because when you really do care about someone or you consider them a friend, just every now and then. It doesn't have to be all the time. Just
right.
Hey, how are you? I miss you.
Yeah.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
So what exactly went down that you couldn't or you didn't want to tell her or?
I will say that her partner was not a good person. I don't think he's a good person to this day.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she fully recognizes that, but she doesn't accept it. She recognizes it because people have told her.
She's in denial, kind of, or?
She just loves that person a lot. And he's disgusting. And he has made advances on several people I know. So it's definitely a situation where I couldn't confront her because she would have left me and not left him.
Yeah, it's like she still would have stayed and
she probably would have tried to fight me at the same time. Like it wasn't my fault.
That sucks.
Yeah, it does suck, and I wish that I feel like if I would have told her, she would believe me, but then she would still stick to, because she's such a loyal person, stick to that.
To that person, to her husband or whatever.
So I think looking at it from the outside, it's black and white. Exactly what happened is black and white. He made advances on several people, including myself. I never told her because she would turn her back on me, but I made it extremely clear to him to leave me the fuck alone and to stop. And I don't think to this day, I think even when we posted our Instagram, he was like the first 5 followers and then completely blocked him immediately. Like, how the fuck you find us? I don't even know you.
That's disgusting. Like, that's just creepy.
Right. And, love does crazy things to people, right? Love makes you love crazy people, and he is a crazy person.
Sounds like it.
It's not normal, for sure.
No, that's unhealthy.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a full-on conversation with him to stop flirting with other people in our friend group. And that's why, people would essentially not hang out with us anymore because of him.
Oh, that's creepy. Could you imagine? It's like, hey, we're all going to go to Billy Bob's and so-and-so's bringing their hubby or whatever. And you're like,
no, forget it.
No, mejor no.
Mejor no. Me quedo en la casa.
Fuck that.
No, fuck. Yeah, that's exactly what it was, though. Because I did have a friend that was like, I don't want to go. And maybe it was my fault for continuing to go. Maybe I should have stopped going, right?
Because he's over here thinking like, yeah, this bitch likes it.
Because he did think I liked him.
God, no.
Because I would feel so shook by him that it would be an awkward communication situation with he and I. So it would just be awkward.
But you're like, here you are, you're super cool, you love your friend, and you want to hang out with her, but this motherfucker won't leave.
At least 10 different times I told him, I love my best friend. She was my best friend for a while, and I love her, and I will never do that to her. I, straight up to your face told you, right? But you still keep coming. Ugh. And, you don't get it.
Gross.
You don't get it. Nothing has changed. You do not fucking look like fucking Ryan Gosling or something. You're not giving me that. I'm not giving in.
Yeah.
And why? Why would I? Why would you have nothing at all that I want, and you're my best friend's partner?
Yeah. Why would you ever want to ruin a friendship?
Why would you continue to try? Mm-hmm. So anyway, that did get off topic.
That was a good story.
That was it gets deeper, but we're going to stick to that.
Okay. Okay, so I have a fun little segment I thought about, Melissa. I hope it makes you giggle, because it made me giggle whenever I made it up. And I hope it makes everybody laugh.
Set your desk laughing at yourself.
Yep, I make myself laugh. So I'm calling this segment Peep Word of the Day. Or
bing, bing, bing.
Peep. So our peeps. So Hispanic, Mexican, Latino, whatever you want to call us, our peeps.
The ones with the accents.
The ones con el accent. So these are words that you hear growing up, or even to this day, you hear them and you're like, what the fuck does that mean? Or you know what it means, but you know that's not how it's really said.
Or your friends who didn't grow up in that kind of lifestyle don't know what that word is.
Exactly.
It's a made-up word.
So, yeah. So, for this segment, I'm calling it Peep Word of the Day or of the week. I don't know if I'm going to do one every episode, but I have one for today. So, I'm going to say it, I'm going to use it in a sentence, and then I'm going to let y'all know what it really means. So, today's word is triqui-triqui.
Ah, la chingada.
Have you ever heard this one?
I don't know that I feel like I have heard it.
Okay.
But once you start elaborating.
I mean, I'm sure there's other ways people say it or have said it or still say it. But this is the way I heard it one time, and I about fucking lost my shit.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay. So, my tia came one day from Mexico, from Coahuila. Shout out to my Coahuila peeps. She came with her husband and her youngest daughter. She wasn't even a teenager yet. They were here around in October. Well, it happened to be Halloween when they were here.
I already know where we're going.
Her husband said, pues vamos a estar aquí para el triqui triqui y vamos a llevar a la niña al triqui triqui. So triqui triqui means trick or treat.
All right.
When I heard him say it, I about fell out of my chair and I said, what? Se hacía pedir pinches dulces.
Al
Eso que
triqui
dicen.
triqui.
Al
Mira
triqui
nomás.
triqui. So I thought that was so funny. I still use it to this day every now and then. People probably think I'm crazy.
It sounds fun.
It
sounds like a
does.
fun thing to do.
So, yeah, that's Peep Word of the Day.
All right. I like that one. I will share a word that I actually, because you just sparked a moment when you said that you didn't know what it was or whatever. I legit did not know what Vaporu was. 100%. I knew what it was. I knew it was Vicks, right? Like, okay.
Yeah.
What the fuck is Vaporu? What the fuck is that? Well, finally, I look at the label and I'm like, fucking Vapor Rub? It was Vapor Rub the whole time?
Vaporu.
I swear to God, I didn't know what it was until like 2 years ago when I read the label.
Oh, who was saying it?
A lot of people. I heard a lot of people using Vaporu.
Oh, that Vaporu.
So, because it takes care of everything.
It
if your foot
does.
falls off, all you do is you
know.
put that on. And then
I know.
And then it's back.
I think my mom would even put it on our cats when we were little.
God damn.
They're like, oh, mira, anda manqueando. Tiene una roña. Ve a agarrar el Vicks. It's like, Mom, he's fucking festering. I don't think that's going to do anything.
Mom, his eyeball's falling out. It works. Is what it does.
She'd be like, el Vicks o el Vaporu.
Vaporu. I swear to God, I didn't know what it was till 2 years
Well,
ago.
I'm glad you know now.
I did know it was Vicks.
But you had no idea why.
But I didn't know why everyone said Vaporu. Like, what does that mean?
The brand?
Where am I? It's Vapor Rub.
Oh, how did you feel like when you saw the label?
I
Were you
felt
like
completely stupid? I just felt fucking stupid. Like, oh, it's Vapor Rub.
oh, damn, that's awesome.
And I think I immediately told someone too. Like, did you know that? What? I don't even remember who I told. Did you know that?
They're
That's
like,
what it means.
yeah, I've always known that.
Oh, fucking stupid. All right, I love your word of the day.
Well, thank you.
All right,
I'll think of some more.
all right now.
So, we have FMK for fuck, marry, kill.
O en español qué?
In español, what would be fuck? Oh, coger, casar, o matrimonio would be for married, right?
O matar.
And kill, matar.
Mm-hmm.
So, we have, and we posted a poll on our Instagram and nobody was helpful. So I'm mad about that.
I'm gonna answer my own poll next time.
Yeah, you are. So, what I said was, would you fuck, marry, kill in any order? Dwayne The Rock Johnson, but he's obese. Like, he's
Dios
on
mío.
My 600-Pound Life, obese.
Shut up. He's already close to 300 pounds.
He's fine.
You got another 300 on there.
Chiquito.
Oh.
Or Jason Momoa, but he's working with the whole 2 inches. 2 inches firm.
I'm out.
And
I'm out.
the last one I said was Travis Kelce, so Taylor Swift's boyfriend.
He fine.
I know everybody's like all about him right now, and he is a good-looking man, but he has no teeth. So which one would you fuck? Which one would you marry? Which one would you kill?
All right. So God, that's really tough because The Rock has been, I always say he was the first man I ever loved because I fucking fell in love with him when I was like 12 years old. Like goo goo gaga,
Cochina.
hearts in my eyes.
Sucia.
I completely, for sure, I said he could have me locked away in his basement and I'd still love him.
Whoa.
He could lock me up while he has 14 wives upstairs, and I would still love him.
Yeah.
So, but then, like, when he's 600 pounds, that takes away everything. So then you're like,
And he probably smells.
híjole.
Hey, come give me a bath.
Stop. Oh. Okay, so for sure, I could just lose Jason Momoa. I would just go ahead and kill. I'll be done. And everybody has taken that. I don't know why everyone fights to take that away from me, but I cannot look at him anymore because everybody says it looks like my brother, and I it's done for me. It's black.
Yeah, you're
black
like,
as night.
I'm
Can't look
moving
at
on.
him anymore. Dark as night. I can't look at him anymore. He just, I don't know. And it's because he has long hair and he's 6 foot.
Mhm.
That sounds like my brother, but
Yeah.
they don't look alike. So we'll just get rid of that to begin with. So then I only got 2 left, and it's very hard. So I'm gonna say sustainable relationship, Travis Kelce. I'll go ahead and marry him because we can get dentures on there later, babe.
Okay.
We're good.
That's a good one.
Then just leaves The Rock, and he's fat.
So that means you have to do him.
Like, it's gonna be quick though, because I can't even find it at that point.
Okay. Well, those are good. I mean, there's no wrong or right answer. Those are good answers.
Okay, go.
So me, I would, I'd have to kill off Jason. What is that? Pinche camarón.
Camaro. I can't.
No, I can't. That's gross.
Yeah.
And, I mean, The Rock, he's just super hot.
His tattoo's all stretched out.
What is that? I thought that was a bull.
It used to be the Brahma bull. It's not anymore. It's a full-blown Angus cow.
Well, I mean, he's just so nice. Like, every time you see him on social media and he sees fans, like, he rolls down his window of his pickup to wave at them. He's just so nice. Like, if he was still that nice, I mean, it's not like I have to sleep next to him because I don't even fit in the bed.
You're gonna have to shower him if you marry him.
Sponge bath. I don't know. I think I'd still fucking marry him. I would just be really disgusted. But he's so nice. He has a lot of money.
Quick. Because you already have diabetes, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's got a lot of money. He's nice. I would just deal with it. Kelsey, I mean, I'm just going to fuck.
I mean, he don't have no teeth, so works out for you.
There's no biting. So, yeah, those are good answers. I like them.
God. All right. Well, next time we do this, we'll post it again, and hopefully we'll get 2
y'all,
responses, maybe.
Exactly. Y'all interact, please. If we put up a post of fuck, marry, kill, we want y'all's opinion. We want to read off what y'all think or what y'all don't think. I mean,
well,
it's
we
fun.
read off what they don't think because they didn't think shit.
They
about
didn't
that.
think shit. Y'all didn't interact, bastards. Any news? Nothing going
A random
on?
story is that sometimes you just think you're a badass and you get into the steel cage match with 4 fucking dogs.
Well, what is it?
Well, I did grow up watching the WWE.
It sounds
and I
like
just
an intro to it.
fucking had like a leotard on or something with some fucking knee boots, and that didn't happen. But I did go into the steel cage with 4 dogs, and they won. And I was just breaking up a dog fight. And the crazy thing is, I have never been scared of these dogs. And one of them thought I was another dog, and they just went for my arm. And after they saw the blood, I guess, they just dispersed. Like, they just stopped fighting.
They got scared?
They just like, oh, I think we fucked up. So everybody went home.
It's like the cops pulled up.
The cops showed up. That's exactly what happened. The fucking cops came. Everybody took off. Everybody left. So I got a pretty gnarly scar and I got like 10 stitches.
Oh,
And
sounds terrible.
I mean, my arm's purple right now. So that's a fun time.
Guys, I did see it. It's fucking purple.
It's pretty fucking purple.
Yeah.
I mean, I can move my fingers now. So that's a plus.
Were they scared like the doctors? Did they say like nerve damage to your hand maybe?
He wanted to see me back later to see about that, but my hand can move now, so I think
that's
it's fine.
good. That's a
and
good sign.
they didn't break any bones, which the dog who bit me is like 120 pounds, so he could have. And it's like I got home and I felt like his heart was broken. Like he kept following me around, and
he felt sorry.
He was hyperventilating the whole time.
What kind of dog is it?
This is a German Shepherd.
Oh,
But he's never bit a person ever, and he keeps getting attacked by the small dog, and I think he just got sick of their shit, and he just went for it. And so I can't like blame him, but I'm pretty pissed about it. So
I would too.
But he was like following me around I tried. Like, he never goes to the restroom, but, like, he tried to follow me to the restroom. Like, get the fuck out of here. Dude, we're not doing this right now.
I'm sorry, Mom.
Mom, please.
Please forgive me. I promise I won't do it again.
Oh, sorry. No.
That's wild.
Yeah, lesson learned. Don't fuck with the dogs when they're fighting.
Yes, don't ever do that again.
You know? I thought they were sweet guys, but turns out
fucking rabid.
Fucking assholes.
God dang it.
All right, guys. Well, I hope that you enjoyed my tale of the WWE versus, me versus the dogs today. And that's going to conclude this episode. So I want to say we appreciate your support. Please follow us on all social media platforms. And wrapping it up, I want to say do what you want, love what you do.
Stay almost mature. We'll chat soon, babes. Y se bañan, okay?
Bye.
Bye.